What's up, YouTube? Today is January 24th, 2019, and today I am 29 days raw vegan. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit about what my journey has been like so far with these 29 days, a little bit about what I'm eating, and I'll start off by talking a little bit about why I decided to do this whole, I'm actually doing 90 days raw vegan, so why I'm doing 90 days raw vegan. And it's basically, I've been kind of on a journey in the last year, the last 8 months probably, of just really wanting to know, like, what is good for my body? What does my body need to be healthy, to feel good, and to have like the maximum amount of energy that I can possibly have in a day? Because I noticed back in May of last year that, my current diet, standard American diet is really not the best thing for us. And I know that, and I've known that, but I was still eating it. And I was noticing that I just felt awful. And so in May, my wife and I both decided to go vegan, which was really great. We enjoyed it. That was a lot easier than we thought it was going to be. We cut out meat, we cut out dairy. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But felt so much better on a vegan type of diet. But then I think, after, maybe 4 or 5 months, got a little bit sloppy with it, because you can actually eat pretty bad, even as a vegan. There's a lot of junk food out there that's, it's vegan. There's a lot of stuff that you can eat that is vegan. And in my opinion, is actually kind of like the same frankenfood that you'll find, in the standard American diet, but it's just labeled vegan, and it's not meat and it's not dairy, but it's still so many chemicals in it and just so much stuff. Look at the ingredients, you can't pronounce half the stuff. And so I started to see that, and I was like, I don't really want to eat all of that stuff either. But anyways, back to like specifically why. So I've been on this journey, and my wife and I actually, we've tried different types of diets just to see like what's going to be best for us, because I don't necessarily believe that one diet fits all, or everyone can be on the same regimen and it's going to be, it's going to work perfectly for them. So we started at the end of the year, maybe in November. We started the Eat Right for Your Blood Type diet. So found out what our blood types are and read through the book and try to implement that for a couple weeks. And my wife didn't really like it. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't necessarily the best. So we kind of we went off that. And then one morning, it was, I think, mid-December, I got an email from this guy. I'm subscribed to his emails and certain videos that he puts out. His name's Kyle Cease. But he sent out this email, and it was a video of him talking to people that he works with about, what it is to be a visionary, and just having the eye for change and looking to the future and really creating a life that you want. And within that video, he mentioned that he had gone raw vegan for 90 days and it totally transformed his life. And so I'm watching the video and I'm like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but there's sometimes you'll hear someone say something or you'll see something and you'll go, that's for me. Kind of this, your inner voice, your inner guidance, whatever you believe in, is saying, hey, that's for you. Like, check that out, because that's something that you're going to want to try for yourself. And so I knew right away, and I was super excited right away. I said, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try 90 days vegan, because I've just felt like since the end of last year that, and like I've been saying in probably all of my videos, that 2019 is just this really big year, and there's so much possibility for us. And I know that, I'm always looking for ways to improve, always looking for ways to, transform my life and make it into something that's really enjoyable for me and for my family. And so I knew right away, I was like, I'm doing this 90-day vegan, raw vegan journey. And after I watched the video, I looked to my wife and I said, hey, I really want to do this 90 days raw vegan. So initially she was on board with me. She was like, yeah, let's do that, And I knew that because Christmas was coming up, I said, let's just try and start after Christmas. and go these last couple weeks and just kind of, you know, eat whatever we want and not be too strict on ourselves. And so that's what we did. And I hated it because we went from being vegan to kind of sloppy vegan to like free for all, eating whatever we wanted. And I think it was a good experience just to remember and realize, like, I don't want to eat this way. I don't want to eat just like junk and fast food and pizza. And, you know, I think in moderation, like people say, like that's good. But I think because we knew we had 2 weeks before we were going to do raw vegan, it was like every meal was our last. So we were doing way too much. So yeah, but felt pretty awful, you know, right around Christmas time. I was like, man, I can see that I'm getting pretty chunky and feeling not so good. And so I was happy. We started 2 days after Christmas. I was happy to start this raw vegan journey and just really get into it. So my wife currently is not really doing it with me. She'll eat some of the stuff that I eat, and some of her meals are raw vegan, but she's kind of doing her own thing. And that's totally okay. We talked about that, and I said to her, I said, look, this thing that I'm doing, like I'm doing because I really want to do it. And I don't think I could sustain it if I didn't actually really want to do it. If I didn't feel like I was being kind of inspired from within to just do it for myself and see how it goes and see what happens. And so, you know, I wasn't going to be super disappointed, but I wanted to be clear. I said, hey, if you're with me, that's great. But if you're not, I'm still going to do it. And so here I am, day 29, raw vegan, and I feel good for the most part. There are probably one of the things I'll say is maybe a slight complaint, but not really, is that I don't sleep as much anymore. And it's not every night, but there are some nights, especially if I've had like a really light day of eating, where I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'm just awake. It's like my body saying, hey, we got enough rest and we're fully awake. And I'm pretty sure it's because I'm just not eating as much food, and I'm also not eating, you know, like the Franken food that's out there that's just heavy and I think hard for the body to digest. So I'm on fruits, veggies, and nuts and seeds, and I feel like my body really knows what to do with it. My body really knows how to digest it, and it's really all good. So that's probably my only thing that I would say that I'm kind of like, this is, you know, not what I expected. I don't think that I expected to not need that much sleep. Like I'll wake up at maybe 3 or 4 in the morning and feel like, you know, after having gone to bed at 10 or 11 and feel like, whoa. And like I say, it's not every night, but some nights I'm just up. And so generally I'll stay up for a little bit and, you know, contemplate the deep meanings and mysteries of life. And then I'll just, you know, I'll try to fall back asleep, but sometimes I just lay there. Sometimes I'll get up and I'll journal or I'll do, you know, something else like that. But for the most part, if I wake up early, like this morning, I woke up early like that and then fell back asleep maybe an hour or 2 later. And I feel fine now. It's probably like 3 in the afternoon. I don't feel like tired, like I need a nap. But there have been days where I have felt like that, where I'm like, man, I woke up at 4 and now it's 12 and I'm exhausted. But that's the only thing. Other than that, everything's good. I've definitely dropped weight. I don't know how much weight because I didn't weigh myself. I don't have a scale. But even if I did, I don't weigh myself. I feel like the number is not really important as long as I'm feeling good and looking better, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm not too concerned on, you know, hitting a certain weight goal number per se. It's really about feeling good. It's really about finding out what works for my body. And so I think after this 90 days, I'll probably go into more of a vegan diet, more of just a cleaned up vegan diet because I feel good on it. But yeah, or maybe I'll try, you know, raw vegan for half the day and then eat, you know, maybe a cooked dinner or something like that. But as of right now, I'm pretty much enjoying it. And I do feel like my mind is clear. I feel good. I mean, I've also been doing yoga every day, so that's really helping. But my body feels good. I feel strong. And I'm excited to keep continuing it on. I have, you know, 61 more days, but it's gone by so fast, and I'm not kidding when I say it has not been nearly as difficult as I thought it might be. And I really think it's because I just deep down want to be doing this for myself. I want to be putting in, you know, good foods in my body that I know are nutritious, that I know are really, you know, giving me the things that I need. And so yeah, so that's kind of the why on raw vegan. Just really looking for transformation. I mean, transformation in my mind, transformation in my body, transformation in my spirit, all of the above. Like, that's really why I'm doing it. I know that people do raw vegan as like a lifestyle for, you know, years and years and years. I don't think that I'll be that person, but I do know that this, you know, this chunk of time where I've decided, you know what, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to do this for my benefit, and I'm just going to see how it goes. I feel really good about that. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, maybe in the coming days, I'll make some videos about like what I eat in a day, or, you know, what that looks like. But just to give you the gist of it, it's a lot of fruits in the morning. So a lot of bananas, which is really the base of, for me, the whole diet. A lot of bananas, oranges, pineapples, and then just really, really large salads. So, you know, a salad with just a giant amount of romaine lettuce, plus spinach, plus, you know, maybe 2 whole tomatoes, a whole cucumber, an entire avocado, stuff like that. So all of that's going into my body, and I feel good. So yeah, that's it. That's my little raw vegan journey for 2019. And I recommend it to anyone who feels like, you know what, like, that sounds like something I'd want to do, because I'm telling you right now that it really is transformational when you know, you're putting these foods in and you're feeling good and you're seeing how it's changing your body. You know, I'm not doing a lot of heavy exercise. I'm doing yoga once a day, maybe a light walk here and there, but you know, I'm excited to see changes in my body. I'm excited to feel the clarity in my mind specifically. I mean, I just feel like thoughts and ideas are coming to me so effortlessly and quickly, and it's really good, you know. And I'm, you know, going through the process of my own journey, and you know, certain old beliefs are coming up that I'm realizing those no longer serve me. Let me think a new thought. Let me get on a new track here. And so I'm happy with it. That's my little spiel about raw vegan. And if you have any questions about it, hit me in the comments. I'd be happy to answer anything. If you want to see more videos about being raw vegan, I'd be happy to do that as well. But I think that's it for today. That's it for this video. So I'll see you guys on the next one. And everyone have a great day.